Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is Pembroke Beauty. If you are new here, welcome. I'm very excited to have you. This is my second video ever, so if you haven't seen my first one, you should definitely check it out. And I'm very excited to have you here, so if you have any thoughts or comments or suggestions for me, please write them down below and feel free to like and subscribe if you think we could be friends. This video is all about Colourpop, so as you would, let's just jump in. Hey, so today I'm going to be working with Colourpop, which is super exciting because I get to show you guys how to use the Colourpop Supernova Shadow in Moonlit, which I'm obsessed with. This is so cool, you guys. It's like a cheaper version of the Steel and Magnificent Metals, which I love those as well. I just got one for Christmas and I love them. And maybe I'll do a tutorial with that at some point. But I really wanted to use this because one, I love Colourpop, and I wanted to show you guys since it is definitely much more affordable than a lot of other makeup and it's really high quality. To jump into this tutorial, I've already applied my Yes to Carrots primer. It's this daily facial moisturizer. I really like this. As I said in my last video, which you guys should check out, I did a Star Glam tutorial using the star stamp and I'm obsessed with it and I love it so much and it's really, really cute. But anyway, so you should go check that out if you're interested, which you should be. But as I said in that video, this Yes to Carrots moisturizer kind of smells like carrots, which is a little weird. But when you put it on, it doesn't smell like carrots at all. Like, you're like, oh, this is a nice little daily moisturizer. I could use this. And then you walk outside for the first time and you're like, whoa, what is that carrot scent? Does anyone but me smell that? Because it kind of smells like carrots. And the first time it happened, I was very confused. And I was like, where are the carrots? Does anyone else smell carrots? And everybody's like, no, what are you talking about? You're crazy. And I was like, so many carrots, where is it? And then it took me a while, and I finally figured out it's that moisturizer. But because it's light enough, nobody else smells it, so don't worry, people won't be like, wow, you smell like a vegetable garden. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to apply this Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline in the shade Fair to underneath of my eyes, on my eyelids, and over any pimples like that one that I have, and kind of to the center of my face. I do this since I don't wear foundation. I like to kind of add a little bit of coverage here and there so that I look a little bit more even. So I'm just blending this in with my finger. As you can see, I'm like patting underneath of my eyes. And this applies it kind of like a beauty blender would, and the warmth of your finger really helps to blend everything in. So then I'm going to set my entire face with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder in Warm Light. And I'm going to use this Morphe brush from the Beautiful and Bronze set that I got for Christmas. And as you guys will see, I've never actually owned a brush set until Christmas time, this Christmas. So I kind of have a mishmash of a whole bunch of brushes from different places that I've accumulated over time. So a lot of these brushes that I will be using will be from this set, and I will be sure to link it down below for you. Other good brushes that I have is Real Technique brushes. Those are cheap from the drugstore and they work super well. So as you can see, I'm setting my entire face, and that is because since I don't wear foundation, when I go to put on bronzer, blush, and highlight, I don't want those products to skip.
So me putting on powder everywhere keeps that from happening. Make sure everything is the same texture, same dampness, not dampness, you know what I'm saying, so that nothing gets stuck and skips and makes it patchy and look gross.
So moving on to bronzer, I'm going to use my first Colourpop product of the day. So I will first be going in with this Colourpop bronzer, and look how cute the little package is. So cute. So this is the bronzer that's called Private Party, And I heard about it actually on Kathleen Lights' channel, and I'm obsessed with her. Little fangirl moment. I really like her, and I think we could be best friends, but it's cool. No big deal. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. brush here to kind of contour a little bit with this and make it a little bit more precise, and then I'll go in with a bigger Morphe brush to really blend it out and kind of make it less harsh. This bronzer is very warm, especially for me right now. So I think this will definitely be a go-to for me when it is summertime and I get a little bit more tan than I am right now, because right now I'm pretty freaking pale. So now I'm done with that brush, and I'm going to go in with this super fluffy brush from the Morphe Beautiful and Bronze set. Again, look at how enormous this thing is. It's gigantic. Oh, by the way, these ears I got for Christmas too, and they're Hello Kitty, as you can see. And they're from Hot Topic, so if anybody else out there wants these, that's where you get them. So I just put a tiny bit more of the product on there, and I'm just going to spread this around and blend out everything a little bit more. So now for Colourpop product numero dos. Side note, check out my nail color, you guys. Look at how cool it is. I'll link it down below what set I got it from, but super pretty. And so this is the Super Shock Cheek in Prenup, and it's kind of like a rosy mauve almost. And I'm going in with this Luxie 524T Duo Fiber Brush. Ding! So, Colourpop product numero tres. Pressed highlighter in Here Kitty Kitty, which, first of all, clearly I'm a cat person. So, in addition to this being beautiful, I love the name. So I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. mineral powder brush. I'll link it down below for sure. I'll link everything that I use down below. I really like this because it's not too pale, it's not too dark, it's pretty neutral. It's just really natural, but it's super glowy at the same time. So the next order of business here is brows. So I'm going to go in with this clean mascara wand that I really like using this because it kind of sets your brows into place before I go in with brow gel, which this is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Chocolate, and I'm obsessed with this product. This is a really quick, easy way to get more defined brows than you already have. So, highly recommend for people who like feathery brows. Now I'm going to go in with the Colourpop All I See Is Magic palette. I love this palette! As you can see from that dirty mess here, this is not the first time that I've used it, but it is gorgeous. So I'm going to go in with this big Morphe blending brush from that same set, the Beautiful in Bronze, and it's gigantic. I don't know if you guys can tell. But I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Go Wish. And I'm going to put this in my crease a little bit and just blend it out so we have some starting crease colors. So I'm just going to do windshield wiper motions and blend this out and kind of blow it out a little bit because I don't want this to be too focused in any one spot. I'm also going to put this underneath of my eye. Now of course you have to make some stupid face when you put eyeshadow underneath of your eye, so I'm sorry for this. What if I look like that all the time? That would be unfortunate. So now I'm going to go in and do the other eye, repeat the same exact steps. One thing to note about Colourpop pressed shadows, at least the couple that I've tried, because I don't actually have very many of them, I just have a lot of their Super Shock shadows and I'm obsessed with those. Oh my gosh, I love them. So maybe another video that I could do for you guys is like swatching my Colourpop Super Shock shadows. If you want to see that, let me know down below. So then I'm going to go in with
this brush here. I know you guys are probably angry with me for using this brush because it's one, adorable, I mean look at it. Look at this, look. How cute! But it's basically just like a big blending brush. And unfortunately, I can't find this brush set anywhere. This is its counterpart, in case you wanted to see. Like, look at how cute they are. They're like little friends. And here's what the actual brushes look like.
So yeah, so I need to find a dupe for this brush because I really like it, but as you can see, it's nothing super fancy. And like I said, I've been just kind of accumulating brushes over time. So I'm going to go in with this brush, and I'm going to go with this shadow here, dink, called Big Spoon, which is kind of like a peachy shadow. And I'm going to tap that off for sure. And I'm going to put this kind of right over top of where I just placed the shadow Go Wish in my crease, only keeping it a teeny tiny bit lower and really building up that crease. And I'm going to do circular motions on my outer corner and more windshield wiper motions, moving that shadow in. So now I'm going to go in with this more mauve-y shade right here called Teacup on this Elizabeth Mott blending brush. I love this brush so much. It came in an Ipsy box that I got a couple months ago. So I'm going to put that Teacup shade right in my crease, but keeping it lower than the other two shades. And I'm really going to build that color up on my outer corner, so I have some dimension. When I put this on my lower lash line, I'm going to focus it more on my outer corner of my lower lash line, bringing it in a little bit, but keeping it mostly on the outer corner. Now I'm going to go in with this beautiful brush here. See how little it is? It's like a teeny tiny shader brush, but look at just look at this. Look. It's like a little unicorn horn, or a narwhal horn, if you will. So I'm going to take this shade here called Tinsel Town, and it's much more of like a berry shade, and I'm going to kind of pack this color on my outer V and bring it in slightly into my crease, keeping it very low. Once I'm done packing this color on, I'm going to go back in with that Elizabeth Mott brush and blend all this together so there are no harsh lines. So if it looks a little rough while you're packing this on, that's okay. I'd also like to point out that these shadows are super pigmented, which is good, but so far I'm not really getting any fallout. So if you do happen to wear a foundation and you're worried about doing your eyeshadow first, I wouldn't be super worried about it as long as you tap off the brush. Here I am going back in with that Elizabeth Mott brush with no extra stuff on it, and I'm just blending out that shadow that we just placed down, the Tinsel Town shadow. So as you can see, I've left like the inner half of my eyelid bare, and that's up to you. I plan to put the Supernova Shadow over top, so that's why it's not really a huge deal when I'm blending if there becomes shadow in there, because it's just going to be covered up. So if you're more comfortable just putting shadow all over your eyelid and covering that up, then that's totally fine. So now I'm going to go in with that Colourpop Supernova Shadow. And I'm going to place this from my inner corner to about halfway through my lid, potentially. Haven't fully decided yet, so we'll see how this goes. Look at how pretty! Ooh, that's nice. I like that. I like it a lot. Before this dries, I'm going to go in with this little e.l.f. concealer brush. You can tell that it's like teeny tiny. And I'm just going to kind of run that right along where the Supernova Shadow ends and where my eyeshadow picks back up again. I'm not really putting a lot of force on it. I just kind of want to blend everything together. So just kind of tracing over those lines. So far, I really like this and I want to use it every single day of my entire life, and I definitely want to get another color or 10 of them. And what's really nice is that you don't have to put a lot of pressure when you're going onto your eyelid. It's just really easy to glide it on there. Okay. So that right now is how the Supernova Shadow looks, and I love it! So I'm going to take that same exact little e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to take the wand of this, and I'm just going to pull off a little bit of it, And I'm going to place that right under my eye from almost my tear duct to about halfway through. Ooh, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, heck yeah. This is good. This is good, everyone. Go out and buy it right now. And then I'm going to put this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Black Bean. And I'm going to put that in my waterline to make this a little bit more smoky. I don't know if you guys really noticed, but I tried really hard to make this video super affordable because I'm not really one to go out and buy myself super duper expensive makeup. So far everything that I've tried I've absolutely loved. So to go in and blend out that Black Bean eyeliner, I'm going to go in with this Morphe brush from that same exact Beautiful in Bronze set, and I'm going to blend that out a teeny tiny bit to make the eyeliner a little bit less stark. So now that we've done that, the next step is liner. So if you don't like wing liner on yourself, if you just don't like it in general, then absolutely you don't have to do that. If you wear false lashes, you could just apply that now. If you just like to wear a line, that's fine too. I like wing liner. Sometimes I like to not wear it. It just depends on my mood, but I'm kind of feeling it. So I think I'm going to use my favorite NYX Matte Liquid Liner. I talked about that in the last video, which you should check out if you haven't. And I'm going to make a wing, and I'm also not going to wear false lashes today. So I totally forgot to highlight my inner corner, which is a crime. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. concealer brush, again, only a different one because I really like these. And I'm going to go back in with that Here Kitty Kitty highlighter, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner. And I'm going to put that right underneath my brow bone to highlight that as well. So next I'm going to curl my lashes because my lashes are like this. They almost go down. So I'm going to curl them. And now that I've curled them, I'm going to do my favorite trick ever. And I'm going to set my makeup with the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set before I do my mascara. So I love doing this. It keeps your lashes more curled since you've curled them before you set it. So you kind of set them into place curled, and then you add your mascara, and that really locks them into place and keeps them curled for much longer. So while I'm waiting for that setting spray to dry, which by the way, this is like the best stuff ever and it's super cheap. The only thing that I'm a little bit bitter about, I would just like to put this out there, is that I can only find it at Target, and I'm a little bit angry. They sell e.l.f. at Walmart, and at least my Walmart doesn't sell this one. It sells the normal one, which I don't want the normal one. I want the illuminating one because I want to be illuminated. So, e.l.f., if you ever happen to watch this, you should probably work on that and make that bigger because I go through it a lot and I love it. So now I'm going to line and fill in my lips with the NYX lip liner. Ding, ding, ding. Clearly I like this one because it's basically a little nub now, and it's in the shade Prune, and it's a nice little purple shade. So now I'm going to cover that up with another Colourpop product. My favorite, probably one of my favorite Colourpop products ever is their Ultra Matte Lip, and this is one of them. It's in the shade More Better, and it's kind of like a darkened fuchsia, I would say, like a berry. I feel like it's a little bit too pink, so I'm going to top it with a little bit of Lumiere 2, made by Kathleen Lights in Colourpop. And this one is like kind of a dusty mauve, and I'm going to kind of wipe off as much excess product as I can and place this over top to give it a little bit more of a purple feel. Yes, I like it. Look at it! So now I'm going to finish up everything with the Hypnos Drama mascara from Lancome. I super duper like this mascara. I know that I said that I wanted everything in this tutorial to be pretty affordable, and I realize that this is not super affordable, but I just can't not use it. It's like the best mascara ever. It keeps my lashes very curled, it gives them a lot of volume, and also lengthens them all at the same time. So, I mean, what else could you really want out of a mascara? Okay, so this is the final look. As you can see, turned out pretty good, I think. I love it. Whole bunches, and I can't say enough good things about Colourpop. I'm obsessed with them as a brand, and I hope to one day maybe get to work with them. So, I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that you like hanging out with me for a little bit, because I like hanging out with you guys. So feel free to catch me in my next video and watch my old one if you haven't. And feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. Bye! This is the pressed highlighter. Oh my god, why can't I open it? Hypnos Drama. It's backwards. Sorry. Why? Good lord. I can't breathe.